Right. Says it's updated. I'm just going to. Yep, there we go. It's changed stuff. Right. I'll be very real. I'm quite tired. I had trouble sleeping last night. Thank you for everybody who decides to put up with my whinging and complaining and continues to watch my content. It is very much appreciated. Now, we're just gonna play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Today. I thought just some casual duels would be nice. Some, banter with myself. And all that. Maybe spitball some ideas and, like, I don't know, maybe check the YouTube comments afterwards about the Power World playthrough that I could possibly be doing. One of the first options I came up with was a simple type lock. Like only use one type of PAL, neutral, fire, dark, whatever. Personally, I would use dark. Dark is my favorite type, I will say, because I think a lot of the PALs look really good. Let's see. We're not gonna make it into this match, are we? We're not making it. I'm calling it now. Yep. Give you indication time, Dad. Who could have foresaw that? Yeah, so type lock. I thought about doing an interesting one where I just use like certain categories. Like I thought about what if I did a run where all the pals I can use are rabbit only. Maybe I would have to pick a better category of the account that the few rabbit pals we do have, a lot of them I can't really move with. Everyone guys know like transport and such. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set this card, activate this. I'm not gonna chain that. I just realized I'm going against Dr. Dry over there. Come on. Come on, let me... No. Excuse me. What we'll do is we'll grab you. Then out of them, I'll grab you. Yes, we'll activate your effect. To Spanish Royal. I'll not activate that. What we're going to do is add a second Royal to our hand. Then we're also going to add Archfiend Strategy. Activate this. So yeah, type lock. Or maybe it could just be as simple as I just have the one PAL and all that stuff. But depending on how severe the challenge is, I will alter settings. That's fine. So what we'll do is we'll put a trap. We're going to put this one down. The best part about that is we can have that activated now. I'm going to let's do that. I'll add Matriarch to my hand by banishing Usurpation. Then we can go through, yoink Matriarch. We'll set you, and you, in the Pendulum Zones. Activate Emperor's effect to destroy yourself and Matriarch. Activate Archfiend Usurpation. Let's this is what I'll do. Then we can end there. Because during their standby phase, I'll get thrown back. And then I can go on the offensive next turn. Cool, so go through and get that back to my hand. And I got a handful of other little tricks in that. Can't do anything about it. In the hand. I suppose what they're thinking, yes, the Power World playthrough. There's a handful of ideas we could do. I'm not going to do that. We're gonna save those till it's like more useful. Because like, that guy has his own thing happening on the field. We can stop a special summon, so we'll stop that. Maybe a dog run. There's a lot of dog pals, and all of them are really useful. Like Direwolf, he's an early A mount. There's something I do want to check after today's stream and all that I will do. I think I might check and see about like trading over pals to save files and such. That might be fun. Maybe a bird. No, when I say bird only or like dog only or on that is purely for like the party. I will be collecting pals for like ranches and stuff. Yeah, that one we might want to stop too. Yeah, so we'll negate his effects. God, all these new credit points are crazy. But we're gonna be getting some more speed ride stuff soon. And we've already gotten some more Phantom Knight stuff. I suppose we'll be getting Odd Eyes and possibly Performance Hall too? It's all stuff yet to come with the Legendary 5D, Legendary Arc 5 decks coming out. I'm really excited about that, honestly. I would love to get my hands on those Odd Eyes cards. The nothing as good as my Archfiend. What is he gonna do? Hey, I know that guy. But yeah, maybe a dragon type run. Because like if I were to do a dragon type run, right? Obviously I don't get a dragon pal for quite some time. But that's like something I could remedy, like giving myself a quote-unquote beginner pal, like trade over. I think that's what the global system is. There's a device in Pal World where you could do it and all that stuff. So I'll do a bit more research on that. Once that whole kit and caboodle's done, I can try and do something really fun. Super poly, huh? I don't know what this is gonna be. You got two dark types. You can go into, whatchamacallem, Starving Venom. You just can't use my monsters for it, though. I'm running, I got light monsters in the field right now. Starving Venom Fusion Dragon of the 4 Heavenly Dragons? Yup. Salt face. Yep, because I'm sure Matriarch right now is unaffected by monsters. Yep, by other monsters, all extra monsters. So, yep, she's free. Any second now. Nope. Yep. Emperor comes out on the field. Triggers. It's okay, his monsters can't do anything. I don't even need to. Bring out my previously banished royal. I know I didn't have to worry about Clearwing because Emperor is unaffected by other monster effects while he's in the extra monster now. I've got this deck all planned out, like, you know? Now, I think if my math is correct, I might have enough to do this. Because what, that's 5,900. And then, yeah, I should have just enough. So I attack with you. And then I attack with you. And put this effect. Ritual summon. Matriarch. Using Emperor. that you just surrendered you. That's pretty cool. That was a fun one. I really liked that match. Kudos to that opponent. They were good. Yippee! Yes. But yeah, like I might, I'll figure everything out, and if I can't, so I think this idea is then, we either lock in one PAL run, or a mono-type run, depending on the fact whether or not I can trade stuff over from a previous save file. That was depending on the mono PAL run and that. And then on the type one, I will determine the type on the same criteria. It's basically, if I can trade over one, I will be doing a... If I can trade over a PAL, I'll be doing Dragon. If I can't trade over a PAL, I'll be doing Dark. Because there's some Dark stuff I can get early on. Oh, I put the wrong trap! It's alright, we can still make this work. I will activate that effect. I gotta think right now, I gotta think. Okay, I know what 2 cards I need to add. Oh, I meant to put Playtime instead of Fever or Fervor. Fervor? I don't know. Anyways, the 2 cards we need to grab: Archfiend Strategy and Archfiend Throne. Activate Throne. Activate its effect to put a Pendulum monster straight from the deck into the extra deck. Need to set a... We're gonna set that. Activate this. What special summon this guy? I'll end it there. It's okay, we still got a pretty good lineup. Or what if we had Matriarch in the extra deck too, but... what are you gonna do? I mean, I won't be able to get thrown back either because I'm not gonna start Emperor in the great extra deck. Dark Ruler, no more. Yeah, less stuff that I want my effects. I like the idea of Emperor being immune to monster effects. Is that the celestial, celestial, yeah. It's the goddess of the bow. I can't remember, like, there's an actual name of that thing. But it's her altar, that's that sleeve, right? No, wait, no, there's a spell card that's her using her bow. I can't remember what it is. Oh, I suppose I won. Oh, their connection failed. I ranked up though. Oh my god, he's a madman. Yeah, it's not Red and Stimpy. This is a Red and Stimpy ass laugh, bro. God, shut up! Oh! I'm so mad! That kooky little bastard! Oh god. You know what, let's set a goal and all that stuff for gems. Something really cool, something really fun. What could be cool? I mean, every Rage of the Deep deck would be really nice to get to some of the extra deck stuff. Cause like getting you, I mean like, I'll talk about this. You're basically screwed when you get to the decks and whatnot because like, you get all these other stuff, right? Like what? I would have 6 Hydrojet shots. I can't, I can't disassemble them. All that. Which, okay, I want to speak my piece on that. I understand why they probably don't let you do that. Because, like, okay, if I were to get this, right? It'd be, and like, let's say I got all 3. 30 ultra rares. Yeah, you get 30 ultra rares off of this. You get 60 off of these. 60 off of these. 60 off of these for all super rares, so that's 180 super rare pots. And then we still have this one where you get another 60, putting you up to 240. Luckily, you won't get 3 of these. You'll get 3 of these guys and all that. But my point is, you get a lot of stuff and all that. Not to mention even like some of the heavier ones, like this Dark Magician deck. Like I said, get all 3 of them, you get 30 of those, you get a number 60, 60, that's 100, 130 ultra rares there? No, sorry, no, you get, what, 60, 60, and then 30. So, that's 150. Then you get another 30 off this, which puts you up to 180. 180 ultra rares. Now, do I still think it's annoying that having that number of accumulated stuff, especially if like you get them randomly in these like legacy packs and whatnot? Yes, I have a bunch of cards that I would love to like liquefy, if not for like making new cards, the convenience of not having like a weird number. If I were to go to my just any deck here, we'll sort them by number owned. I have 6 Timaeus, 6 Spirits of Neos, 6 Illusion Magician, 6 Shadow Mist, 6 Wandering King, Whirlwinds, Archfiends. You see my point. I got like, I'm not saying they should give us the full disassemble price, but what I could suggest, hear me out, is half price disassembling. So, what? For a normal disassembling of an ultra rare card, you get... I can't remember. But it's the same disassembling cost as, like, any other rare card. So, 10. You get 10 for disassembling something. Why not, instead of letting me get 10, you let me cap out at 15 for these Illusion of Chaos. It's enough to get one ultra rare and then leave you with 5. No, it's not, because you need 30 to do it, so you have half the price of a 31. So yeah, why not make them half price? That's my opinion, and again, it all comes down to, like, what the money-making company wants to do. I'm not sponsored by, like, anybody of these companies. I'll speak not ill, but I'll speak when I think a decision is pretty dumb. But of course, I do understand, like, the some part of this, because, like, let's see, how many decks are there? Okay, structure decks, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. 18 cards. 18 decks. So, let's grab a good old calculator. Let's grab the good old calculator on my phone. So we got 18 decks. But when the times all that by 3, that's 54 decks. There's 54 decks and all that. And what? We'll times that by the number of cards. And what? You're allowed 40 cards in the main deck, and then we'll just say, like, we'll average it and say 10 cards per extra deck, putting it up to 50. That is 2,700 cards. Now, if we were to divide that, well, let's say we divide that by the number of ultra rares, and let's average it out to 3. 900. I think I did the math somewhere wrong in there, but potentially 900 cards. I think I would have to divide it a bit more. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to, like, divide a couple more times. But, like, that's still that potential. Like, what? We divide that by 3, and then we divide that again by 3, I suppose. 300. That seems a lot more probable. 300 cards would be ultra rare. And then you only need, like, 3 of those to do that. And then, what? So, yeah, we divide that by 3, it's 100. You have 100 cards to disassemble. That's give or take of what I'm just spitballing here. There's very different numbers for each of the decks. But, getting the full price for those, bit much, I will admit. That's, what, 100 and you get 10 for each. So you disassemble 100 cards, you get 10 a pop for all of them. That's 1,000. That's a 1,000 ultra chips. Ultra rare chips. That's quite a bit. I suppose even then, if you disassemble that again, you get 500. That's still quite a few. But that being said, to do all that, you would have to have a crazy amount of gems. So let's do that math, shall we? So, for one extra deck, you got 500 gems. Right? Keep this along. This is a good math lesson for any kids out there. You got 500 gems for one structure deck. Right? And you're like, oh, well, I want to get all the extra deck stuff. So then you have to times that by 3. Boom. 1,500 gems. 1,500 gems. It's like, oh, cool. That's really cool for 3 decks of, like, this deck I like, and I want to do that. But now we'll times that number by the total of all the decks, 18. That is 27,000 gems to get all of those. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible to not get that number by playing free-to-play, but let's presume some... Like, if they did do this world where, you could disassemble these cards. Let's then look at that. These are all of course, Australian prices. This is the biggest one of stuff. This is the biggest one of gems. Which is... Let's see, let's do this count. Oh wait, it tells you right at the top. Simple. 4,950. That's a lot of gems. But that costs up to 121 USD, Australian dollars, AUD, sorry. So, yeah. Yeah, it's okay, you won't see any of my, like, charges or whatever. So to hypothetically, to get that number of gems, you would need to spend, and this is of course counting the fact, like, you've never opened it, and you just wanna, you buy all this stuff. So we divide that number. So, by... Okay. I gotta think about how to do this. We'll just double it until we get to 27,000. Let's all remember that. 20, I'll put it in chat. So, all that. 27,000. Right there in the chat. That's how many gems we need to get 3 copies of every deck. Now, if I were to go 4,950, that's how many gems we get when we buy just one of these. And then it's like, oh, then I'll buy a second one. What? No, I did it wrong, sorry. I need to do a price. No, wait, no, I was doing it right. 4,950. Then we did that by 2. Nearly 1,000. And then we do that by another 2. So for 4 of these bundles, we are at 19,800. 19,800. Then we times that by another 2. Boom. We got, what is that? 39,600, right? But then that's overshooting. So let's take away minus 19. So what is it? 19,800. 19,800. Oh wait, no, sorry, I goofed there. We don't need to take away 19,800. We need to take away 4,950, which takes us down to 34,650. So from our 8, that's 7. Then we'll take it away again. Boom. We got 9. We got exactly what we want. 19,700. So you'll have 700 left over. And so what? We did that to 6. You would need to buy that bundle 6 times. And like I said, we'll round it up. Times that by 6, which means you would need to send $726 alone to get those 6 things to get 3 copies of every deck. Is that worth it? No. I don't know why I decided to randomly do a math pool and all that stuff. But yes, you would need that much money to do it. $726. $726. Give or take a couple pricing for like cents and stuff like that, but rounding up is always better. $726 to get 3 copies of every structure deck. for a total of 500 gems. Now, if we were to go to a gem value here, right? Let's say this one. For 67 gems is what is that? $1.85. We can put the value of a gem. Let's see. Let's go 185. And then what would you divide it by? 60? Yeah, you would divide it by 65. Because $1.85 is the value of 64 gems. So if we divide that price by the total you get, each individual gem comes down to a Australian pricing of 2.76194. There's a couple of numbers up there, but it comes around to 2.76 cents. Every gem is the equivalent to less than 3 cents Australian dollar. I don't know what that is globally and all that, but to spend as much as you would need to get yeah, because you would just end up spending more money for more gems in this, I suppose. Because if we bought that original pricing. Let's go back here. Here we go. Here we go. Bang. So we got our 29,000 with us, right? And we can, we get a 10 pull. How much is it for a 10 pull on a thing? Yes, it is 1,000. So you could get 29 10 pulls, which 29 times that. So yeah, you quite literally get what is worth the price, or sorry, in gems. You get. No, I'm doing math here somewhere wrong. It's 100 for one pack. And it's 1,000 for 10. So you get 29 10 pulls. And then, 200... You get 200 individual card packs. We'll say. I think that's right. 290 card packs for the same pricing of what it takes to get all the decks. Now, if you were to get 290 packs and then some, I feel like I'm still doing math wrong there. And then you divide that by 1,000. Yeah, you get 29.7 packs. So yeah, you get the 20. You get the 29 10 pulls, and then you get 7 single pulls. And 29, so 200, 290. 297 individual card packs, each one of them having 7 cards. This is ridiculous numbers and all that stuff. But anyways, I think I've bored everyone with the math query and all that stuff. My point is, I think if you are going to be spending, you could be spending that much money into it, I think it would be worth spending just setting it up where it's you could disassemble those cards for half price. And I don't think it would be that bad. Whoops-a-daisy. I meant to look at him. Would it be really so bad to get 5 card chunks from this? maybe it would. I don't understand a lot of things and all that, but that's just basically the go. I think what we would need to get is honestly a second matriarch. I think we get a second matriarch and then we're good. But yeah, I think that's enough math for us today. I think I've hurt your head, I've hurt my head doing all this math. And I've definitely gone on for it way too long. But hey, if you decided to sit there and watch me ramble, thank you. Let's put matriarch right there in between my chat box and my icon, just to kind of finish it up. But yes, if you listen to me ramble for way too long about the Yu-Gi-Oh card chunk crisis, we'll say, quote unquote, all jokes here. Thank you for listening to my rambles. And hey, if you're somebody in Konami, don't get mad at me. I'm either or if you do it, honestly. Like, if you do, like, oh yeah, you can disassemble for half of them, I'll be like, oh cool, I can get half and not have maybe awkward numbers anymore. Yay! And if you don't do it, I'll be like, I get it. Like, it's a good way to cheese a lot of stuff. All that, like, you get like a you get like a constructed deck, and then like you buy 3 copies of it, you get some good stuff, and then you can always assemble more stuff. I get it. It's a ploy to make you spend money and time to get the card packs and whatnot. I do understand. But what I do think should be a thought, like just a quick consideration for all those free-to-play players, especially maybe this one of all that, with like the small amount of solo stuff you do. Just my fault, though. It's ultimately up to their decision. And but yeah, everyone, I hope had fun, and I hope everyone takes in the valuation of not every big company is trying to screw you over so they can get more money. Sometimes, especially with competitive games like this, there are rules that need to be in place so nobody gets an unfair advantage. I mean, like, sure, everyone could do it, but like, what about poor little Timmy who doesn't understand? Like, oh yeah, this card's got letters on it, and all that stuff. Speaking of little Timmy, what was your favorite part of today's video? Oh, I like the one where you did math. That was so fun for my little young brain. Now I'm just basically ripping off Game Grumps at this point. You know, it's like, I like the one where Aaron and Dan talked about cheese for a long time. It's basically the same thing. I kind of grew up watching them throughout high school, so my humor's just kind of divulged into a lot of that. Congratulations, Game Grumps, for over 10 years. Love you guys. Beautiful people. Beautiful people. I would like to give Dan a nice firm handshake and Aaron a big old hug. But with all that said, I hope everyone has a good day. I think I rambled on because I'm really tired. I didn't sleep a lot last night. But I hope you get a nice sleep tonight and your pillow's cold on both sides. Unless you do terrible things, and I hope you have a terrible night's sleep. But if you're a good person, or like a little kid that doesn't know the difference between right and wrong, learn them. But also, like, you know, just, it's fine. Everything's fine. Have a good day, everybody. I'm gonna maybe take a nap. Bye-bye.